This field is set. Away and running. Good speed one from the inside from Zipper Zapper today. Roaring Rivers deep on the course, and Rackjin is also in the main division too. Lifespan takes the trail up the rail, so those are the first four past the seven. Cape Hedge goes very wide. Second last is Mondays with Mike, and the trailer is Tiny Tin. Up and around the first turn they go. Zipper Zappers at the head of this affair and shows the way a length and a quarter. Roaring Rivers on hold in that second place position, and Lifespan scrapes paint in third. On the far outside, Cape Hedge is in fourth position. In between rivals is Mondays with Mike. Rackjin has been very green throughout, and Tiny Tins last of all. 5 furlongs to go. Zipper Zapper has the pace in its hands and shows the way by only 3/4 of a length. The rail belongs to Lifespan. 3 deep is Roaring River. There's a gap of 2 back to Mondays with Mike, who needs to pick it up. Cape Hedge gets a pop of the crop with Rackjin ground saving, and Tiny Tin starts to close in from the back of the pack. They swing the side, and Zipper Zapper continues to dictate his own terms past the 3. The lead's a tight length. Roaring River has every chance in second. Lifespan looking for win number 4 on a 56 race career, and Tiny Tin's in fourth as they turn towards the quarter pole. Zipper Zapper still in hand and in command, and is in a galloping mood today. Comes to the top of the stretch with a 1 length lead. Roaring River has shadowed that speed. Lifespan is getting on track. Tiny Tin's a threat now on the outside, and now Roaring River hits the front. Zipper Zapper battles, but they're sitting ducks, and here comes Tiny Tin with power and pace. Tiny Tin from the back of the pack to win, to beat Zipper Zapper and Lifespan. The gate. Away and running. Good speed on the rail from Abbeydale today. Silver Glen is also chiming in at the 7.5 furlong point, and these two ladies take their fight to the first turn run, where Silver Glen kicks away and the lead's one. Abigail backs off the speed and pops off the fence for a clear shot at Silver Glen in second, and Miss Kamita, looking for 4 in a row, is in hand at the 6.5. Why She's So Lucky is second last, and a big divide back to Tonala, who's at least 12 lengths down from the leading role, which is held by Silver Glen, and there's no pace on. Danny Centeno slacks the pace on Silver Glen. The lead's only 1 authoritative length. Abigail, looking for her 3rd in a row, teams up with Miss Kamita, who now lands second. There's a gap of 2 back to Why Is She So Lucky, patiently ridden in third, but has no pace to chase. And last of all is Tonala. They have half a mile to go. Silver Glen is 2 paths off the rail, but still calls the shots. The lead is still 1. Miss Kamita's right there, shadowing the speed in second. Abigail now hits her best stride and now lands second. Why Is She So Lucky still 5 lengths down from the leader, and nothing today from Tonala. They swing the corner, and Silver Glen continues to show them the way at the top of the stretch. The lead's a length and a quarter. Abigail comes under a ride. Miss Kamita has no more to give. Why Is She So Lucky completes for the trifecta, but they turn to the top of the stretch, and Silver Glen has plenty in reserve at the top of the stretch. The lead's 2. Abigail is going to try to take another crack at this rival. Why She's So Lucky lands 3rd, but Silver Glen popped and didn't stop today. The late money was spot on. Silver Glen has won it over Abigail, who was 2nd, and Why She's So Lucky finishes 3rd. They're set. Away and running. Good speed on the outside from Mayfly, but that was short-lived. Take the Cookie springs first up. Primera Vista came away in second, and Mayfly's a settled third. Up the rail, Trendy's a shoved upon fourth, and Uptown Drive came away in fifth. Deep on the track is Panther Crossing in front of Navani, and Mexican Sugar, who was reluctant to load, was the last one. Around the bend past the 3 furlong peg, Take the Cookies with speed on display. Primera Vista right there breathing down that rival's neck in second. Mayfly hasn't been asked yet, but is still 2 lengths down off the speed. Trendy rides the rail, and Navani's closing in with good energy as they turn for home. Primera Vista takes the lead away. Mayfly's closing in with good strides too. Off the turn, homeward bound, Primera Vista clinging onto a 1 length lead. Mayfly is getting closer, but just at this one pace, and at 11-1, Primera Vista's just not catchable. Primera Vista has won it. Mayfly was second, Trendy was third, and Panther Crossing was fourth. Away Yan running. It was a good even break for the 7 who wants the early lead. Captain Candy had a taste of that early lead, but there goes Jean Valjean and Swifty Devil right there too. Now in between rivals, Take a Hint now lands third and Captain Candy's fourth. Comedy Acts trying to beat the boys today. Scrapes Paint in fifth. Raise the Run came away in sixth, and Run Poppy's very wide at the half-mile pole. So Jean Valjean shows the way. The lead is only half a length, and Swifty Devil's going to hound this one as they enter the far turn. 3 deep on the track is Run Poppy. Take a Hint now lands third, and Comedy Act continues to protect rail position. Raise the Rent second last, and still the trailer Captain Candy. There's a quarter to go, and Jean Valjean is slowly slipping away from the opposition today. Swifty Devil tries a counter in second, and Take a Hint deep on the track. They're homeward bound, and Jean Valjean still has a 3-length lead to hold. Comedy Act is now floundering in fourth. The rail belongs to Swifty Devil in second, and Take a Hint is grinding away. Late on the scene is Raise the Rent. There's yards to the finish, and the fourth race goes to Jean Valjean over Take a Hint, Swifty Devil, and Raise the Rent. Set to jump. Away Yan running to a nice even start. Speed today from Delta Charm. The road belongs to Believe in Love. In tight with Savannah Sugar as they settle down. Expectations Spect is trying to fly on through. And as the dust settles, Every Time came away in now in a fourth place position. Hits difference is a little wide in front of Praline Pecan, who stays at the rail, and Pink Sunset's dropped to the tail. Around the bend with 3 furlongs to go, Delta Charm's been unopposed and shows the way. But Expectations Met is looming a confident threat now. Savannah Sugar rides that rail. Believe in Love is a ground-saving fourth despite those long shot odds. Every Time steep on the track, along with Praline Pecan. Near the backfield is Pink Sunset, and trailing his Hits Different. Homeward bound, Delta Charm still has the lead. Expectations Met is 2 lengths down and a 16th to close. But Delta Charm is pouring it on when Danny asks, and Delta Charm glides away to win well. Expectations Met was second. Hits Different was third. It's close for fourth. Every Time is in a superfecta photo with Believe in Love. Away and running. Good speed in the center for Rebel Empire. Longest shot on the board is the dictating speed. Golden One came away in second, and Golden Candy rides that rail to be passed by the gray Imperial King. Deep on the course is Shack's Way off the 308-day layoff. Right there is My Harbor's Dream, and last of all is Spotted Bull. The pace is swift, and Rebel Empire leads the posse in pursuit past the four. The lead's 3/4 of a length. Riding that rail is Golden Candy. One path off the rail is Imperial King. Fighting on deep on the track is Golden One, and the first one to play its hand. Around the bend inside 3 furlongs to go, Rebel Empire has a 2-length lead. My Harbor's Dream now captured second. Golden Candy comes under a vigorous ride. Up the rail, Imperial King and Golden One deep on the track as they turn for home. Rebel Empire still on top. My Harbor's Dream is trying to take ground away. Golden Candy rides that rail. They're homeward bound. Rebel Empire still leading. My Harbor's Dream is still chasing. Golden Candy is getting closer. Rebel Empire still in front but getting leg weary. My Harbor's Dream trying to peg. Here's the result. My Harbor's Dream just got up to beat the 50-1 Rebel Empire. Then Golden Candy and Spotted Bull. Away and running. Good speed today from Compass Fire. Deep on the course is Karina. The rail belongs to Cricket West as they settle down, and the gray is Isabella. And that's the first four as they link up with the course proper. Facciabella came away in 5th position in front of Shizamiya, and Sunbee would have to pass them all with 1 lap to go. So Compass Fire passes the 6.5 furlong pole with a 1-length lead. But Isabella is right there in the 3-path, poised to take this runner on, and those two ladies have kicked away by 1. Cricket West stays glued towards that rail in that 3rd place position, and Karina's only a neck away in 4th and is pulling hard too. Behind the quartet, Facciabella travels sweetly in 5th. Second last is Shizamiya on hold, and Sunbee is last of all. So they leave the first turn, no twist to the plot just yet, and Compass Fire passes the 4.5 furlong point with a 3/4 of a length lead. Isabella has shadowed her speed since the starter said go, and Cricket West takes the trail up the rail, gets a pop of the crop and did not respond. Karina now lands 3rd. Facciabella is in a bit of traffic. The rail belongs to Shizamiya, who's bottled up at the moment, and Sunbee is wide and out of traffic. They round the bend with the 2.5 furlong pole in sight. Still Compass Fire dictating the terms. Isabella's right there creeping closer. Karina's had a sweet trip, and so is Shizamiya. Deep on the course is Sunbee. Chances galore as they spin off the turn and race for home. Out the rail, Compass Fire pushes coming to shove. Here comes Shizamiya in the white cap. Karina's battling on. Sunbee's in for the fight too. These three to settle the score. Sunbee with all that precious outside momentum. Battling on is Karina. So is Shizamiya. But it's Sunbee's win. Sunbee has won it over Shizamiya, Karina, and Facciabella. Away and running. Bermondsey hopped in the air and is slow to go. Kid you not, breaks right on cue. Instigated is also right there chasing this solo speed, and Ghost in You rides that rail sweetly as they round this first turn run. Great Faces came away in fourth in front of Never Change, Bermondsey, and the last one away is Texpectations. 6.5 furlongs to go, and Kid You Not has a nice and relaxed lead in the last of the day, shows away a length and 3/4. Instigated under a tight rein is creeping closer in that second place position, and a gap of 2 more down to Great Faces, who travels all by himself in that third place position. A gap of 1 to Ghost in You, who rides that rail, and his teammate has Never Changed. Bermondsey's the one who hopped at the start, and Texpectations is dead last with a lot of catching up to do. They race down to the 4 furlong peg, and now Instigated on the outside, raising the stakes to Kid You Not, and Instigated tries to put those yellow blinkers in front and does. Kid You Not silently is under the rain of shaking but not responding yet. Deep on the track, closing in is Bermondsey. Never Change rides that rail. Great Faces has no more to give, and Ghost in You is in sixth position as they get towards the quarter pole. Instigated's in charge. Deep on the track is Bermondsey. Also in the thick of it is Never Change. They come to the top of the stretch, and Instigated trying to see this through. A little leg weary though, holds the way by 2. Never Change rides that rail. Bermondsey loomed and flattened inside the final furlong. Instigated has a comfortable lead. Never Change trying to bridge the outcome, but not changing it. The favorites 1-2. Instigated has won it over Never Change, Bermondsey, and then came Ghost in You.